Good morning, guys. It is really early. Current time is about 4:25, but it's tournament day and I'm excited about it. Today is definitely not a fall-y kind of day. Last time that I saw you guys this early, well, early like this, it was cool, it was nice outside. Today it is muggy, it is wet, it is post front. We should still be able to catch some fish. Today is my favorite tournament of the year as far as kayak fishing. It's called River Wars, and what's really cool about it is we get to fish any moving water within 3 hours of a set destination. And so you guys know I'm a river fisherman. I got a lot of river stuff to go fish, and so me and my buddy Eric are gonna meet up. We're gonna fish together in this one, and hopefully we'll do well. You know me though, zero expectations. That's the way I'm gonna roll into this thing. I've not been down to where I'm fishing in a good while, but I know those fish are there and should be eaten. I'm just gonna have to go piece the puzzle together. But yeah, I just thought I'd shoot a quick intro really quick, introduce you guys to today's video, and we're gonna get after it. C03 dose. I repeat, C03 dose. Oh, it's a chilly water there. So we'll see how it is down there today, and if it's good, we'll go tomorrow. Say what now? I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. And he said, let there be light, and there was light. All right, boys and girls, crickets and whatever else. We're rocking, we're rolling. Gonna get after it. Let's go. It's time. Let's do it. 6:30 is rock and roll time. There we go. Yep. Thank you, man. See, it feels like it. You see how many times I threw that frog up in there? I threw that frog up in there 6, 7 times. Good job, dude. Heck yeah. That's a decent one. Well, he's taking me for a trip. I know that much. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here and stop. My God, Eric, that's a big fish. Oh, it's all good. We're gonna get him in the boat. Yep, come here, bud. Come here, bud. I just caught big fish. I just want you to know that. Whew. Hey. Oh. Dude, that's a big one. Oh, I am shaking all over right now. Oh, wow, that's a big fish. Oh, God, hey, look at me. Woo! That's all right. I got a picture of him. I got him on video, too. All right, guys, here we go. 19 3/4, freaking beautiful fish. Probably, what do you think, Eric? 3.5 pounds? Oh yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. That is, that's how you start the morning right there, folks. Yeah, here, sweetheart. Heck yeah. Thank you. Whew, that's how you start the morning right there. It's muddy though. This is exactly what I was talking about. You know, guys, I did that muddy water fishing video. This water isn't too dirty. Now, right over there, there's a real solid mud line. So those fish, you know, it's a lot muddier water than what I'm dealing with right here. But when that water rises, and I told you, whenever you're dealing with rising, dirty water, it's going to push those fish right up on the bank. And that's where that fish was living, was, I mean, right just up on the bank as shallow as it could get. So good way to start the morning, I'll tell you that much. I didn't think that fish was that big when I hooked it, but guess I was wrong. Got me wadded up in that grass. Okay, okay, come here. Man, I tell you, I shouldn't have landed that fish. Just straight up, I probably shouldn't have landed that fish. I mean, got me hung up all in that grass. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's two. I need one more. And those two daggum good ones. There we go. Nope. He ain't done yet. In the net. Oh. Heck yeah. There's number 3. Awesome stuff. It's fun. This is fun. All right, folks. Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here. I won't let you go. There's number 3. That's the limit. 16-incher. I need another like 18, 19-inch fish, and I really think like we'll have a chance of definitely winning this thing. But we're now for sure in contention. It's the only thing about this, man. There's a ton of grass right now, and the thing is these fish are so finessey. They don't want to eat anything other than like a Cinco or something like that. So I mean, you can't like just go, you know, punching mats and stuff and get these fish to bite. You got to throw something real subtle like this Cinco, just because the water's cleared up a little bit. See, last time I was here when I was catching them on that jig, that water was a little bit dirtier, so they were more willing to eat the jig. Well, when that water clears up like this, it is tough to get them to eat the jig, and so you got to get out the wacky rig like this and finesse them. And the only downside to that finesse rig is the fact that, like you guys just saw, you just don't really have a ton of control over them, and they'll run you into that grass and get off. But like I was saying, 52.25 inches or 53.25 inches right now, which is solid. That is really solid. I don't know if it's enough to win, but it's definitely a solid limit of fish, and we're gonna stay after it. I mean, you know, one more 18 to like cull out my little 16, and we are going to be in really good shape and may have a chance to win this thing. So I'm excited. This is good stuff. This is I've been working towards one of these. I knew it was only a matter of time before I did it. It's just that I've been working hard to get to one of these things. I mean, I've come in second, I've come in third, but I've never won one. So if I get to win one, that'll feel really good. if it'll help. Yeah, that'll help. That'll help. Yep, that's gonna help. Oh, yeah. Never felt that fish bite. Never felt that fish bite. Yeah, he should help. He should help. That should be the one that I'm looking for right there. He ain't an 18 or a 19, but he's longer. Chill out. Chill out. You're all good. You're all good. Chill out. Chill out. Oh, you're gonna have to chill out. Yep. That one helps. Yep, that fish is 16 1/4 all day long. There we go. So that's a coal. We have coaled up. A little freaking fatty too. That's a good little fish. Again on the old stick bait. See you, bud. Thank you, sir. Well, guys, got all my fish submitted. As of right now, we are in first place. We've got about 3 more hours of fishing to go, and then it is lines out. But I waited till about 11, submitted all my fish, and I have a grand total of 53.75 inches. So I'm not getting enthusiastic just yet, but it's looking up for me, which is really, really good. I got a tie for big fish, 19.75. So we'll just have to see. We're going to see what happens here. The lines out was at 2:30. It is now 2:45. Last fish catch submission is 3, and then they will go live on Facebook and tell us who won. Before they closed off the standings, I was still in first with 53 3/4 inches. The closest person to me was 51 1/4 inches. So let's cross our fingers. Hope nobody submits any giants before 3 o'clock, and I think we got this one won. I am freaking pumped about it. I'm not going to get too excited yet until I absolutely know for sure that I've won. We'll get home, watch the Facebook Live thing, make sure that I'm won, and then I want to get home so we can talk about what I was throwing, talk about the kayak and everything like that as well too. But I'm excited about this one. It was a good tournament. This is a tournament that I could check a lot off my list. You know, and that being filling my limit completely out during a kayak tournament, potentially winning a kayak tournament, and potentially winning big fish in a kayak tournament as well. So it's really been kind of a cool journey from, you know, my first paddle kayak all the way to my first pedal drive, my first power drive, my first everything in the whole kayak world, you know, my first tournament, everything. I mean, you know, I started freaking scratch, nothing, knew absolutely nothing about kayak tournament fishing, and I've got all the way to this point, which is really cool. And I brought you guys along to hopefully teach you guys something and give you guys some more confidence to go out there and get yourself a kayak or a boat or whatever it is and get out on the water. So yeah, we've got about 15 minutes before the last submission, and then they'll probably go live on Facebook about 3 or 4 o'clock. So I'm gonna get me some food, I'm gonna get home, get me a shower, and we will see if I won or not. Well, got home, got me a shower taken, just got done watching the Facebook live stream for the tournament results because we didn't meet in person because of the whole COVID-19 thing, and I ended up taking the W on this one, and I am super stoked. This is my first kayak tournament win. Not only did I win it, but I also got big fish, and all in all ended up taking home about $260 in cash and another $75 in gift cards and other prizes and stuff. And so I'm jacked up. I'm stoked. It's literally been a from the ground zero learning process to get here, to learn how to kayak fish, to learn how to tournament kayak fish, to learn how to finally end up winning one of these things. And it has been just a really, really awesome process to get here. You guys know, I started out with the Bonafide paddling around, and then I made my way to the top water pedaling around, and then I made my way to the Predator, and now I've got the autopilot and all that in there. But it's just been a kind of a process over the past almost 3 years now of learning how to go kayak fishing and learning how to do all this stuff, and it's just been freaking awesome, and it's all paid off to here. But we're not stopping here, obviously. I've got a lot of stuff over the horizon. Next thing on the to-do list is start consistently doing well and winning tournaments, and then I want to start competing in some of these bigger tournaments as well. Bass Nation, BASS, the Nation, has a kayak division here in Tennessee that I think I'm going to fish next year, as well as some of the Tin Cat and other local stuff that we have going on. So it's just really, really cool. But I want to talk about what I was throwing today to catch all the fish that I did, talk about the kayak that I was fishing in, because I made the choice based off some very specific things that I wanted out of the kayak this morning, and just kind of break all that down for you guys. So starting with what I caught all the fish on today, I caught everything that I caught on a Strike King Zero stick bait. This is the Elastic stick bait by Strike King. This thing is really, really cool. It's something that I never used before. Ended up throwing it in June bug and caught every single fish that I did on that little wacky rig bait today. I was throwing that on a #1 owner Nico hook. This thing is absolutely wicked. Mr. Ben Nowak turned me onto that hook, and it is just the single best wacky rig Nico style hook that I've ever used. It absolutely pins them. And I was throwing that on some 8-pound Strike King fluorocarbon to a 15-pound mainline on a Lose 7-foot medium mock smash combo. This thing is a wicked little combo, 79 bucks. You cannot beat it, and it got all the work done today. And I mean, it was simple fishing. You guys saw the biggest struggle that I had today was the grass. I said in the video that I was walking on a razor's edge fishing this really, really light gear in that grass, but it's what the fish wanted. I couldn't get them to eat a jig. I couldn't get them to eat a flipping bait. I couldn't get them to really eat anything. All they wanted was that really, really finesse, wacky rigged Zero there by Strike King. And so, yeah, I mean, it still got work done. I only lost one fish today, and he just marred me up in the grass, and there was nothing I can do about it. You take 8-pound test fluorocarbon in the grass, and it's going to snap. So I think next time I'll probably bump up to some 10 or even 12-pound fluorocarbon, because I don't really think that the diameter of the line is going to make a huge difference. As far as the fish go, I think it makes a difference on the rate of fall of that stick bait, but I think when the fish are as shallow as they were today, right behind those grass lines up in 2-3 foot of water, I don't think it really matters. I think that that thing hits the water and they come up there and pop it and take off. But all the fish that we caught today were super, super aggressive, which was fun to catch them, but I mean, like, they would bite stuff and take off like a bat out of hell in any one direction, and it was just freaking nutty how aggressive they actually were. But yeah, every fish on that little Zero by Strike King in June bug on the old Ferry One there. I said in the video that fishing the finesse stuff in the kayak has kind of been my go-to. It's just easier. I mean, it really is. Power fishing in a kayak is tough, and so it's really helped me to learn, #1, the power of finesse fishing in certain situations, and taught me to slow down a little bit, which is really, really cool. And then the kayak, I actually fished out of my Predator today. It's an Old Town Predator PDL. This is the 13.5-foot boat that they make, and that's the one I decided to fish out of. Now, the main reason I decided to fish out of this kayak today was the speed. This is one of the fastest kayaks on the market. And I can easily outpace Eric in his Hobie with this thing. And I knew that I was going to make a long paddle initially this morning, so I wanted to have that speed to get where I was going, get there, fish, and then be able to scoot it back up to the other end of the lake and end up finishing out and calling up my limit in that one spot that I finished up in. But that's the main reason that I chose the Predator today. It's just a bigger all-around kayak. It's really this is like a very tournament-centered kayak. It's not a kayak you're going to stand up a lot in. It's a lot of pedaling, setting down, speed, that kind of stuff. Whereas the top water, I love it, and it's a great tournament kayak as well. It's just more made for a little bit flatter water. You know, if you're really, really shallow, you're going to be doing river floats, stuff like that. Whereas the Predator is awesome for really moving a lot of water. And it's also just a little bit bigger. So you guys saw I actually run my net not behind me in my Predator, but in front of me, which I really, really like in a tournament situation. That boat for me, that kayak for me, is just kind of laid out really, really well for this way I like to fish in kayak tournaments. So that's why I chose this kayak in this tournament today, just because I knew I wanted the speed and the layout of it, and I know it would feel super comfortable in it. So I'll have a link to this down below. Go check it out. I'll have a link to all of this down below. Please go click those links and check them out. You guys can go check out rod, reel, line, gear, everything that I use. I also want to give a big shout out to the good old people at AFCO for keeping the sun off of me today, so I'll link some of their stuff down below as well. But yeah, that's what happened today, guys. I'm excited. Got the W, first W in the kayak tournament scene, and we're not going to stop here. We're going to keep on going and seeing what we can get done. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to go in and I'm going to take a nap because I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning and I am very tired. But as always, you guys are sweet, and thank you for watching.